Hey, it's Saturday, June 29th, 2019, and this is the Pro and the Con Show, and I am your host, Michael James Ott. Welcome to the show. 15 or 20 minutes every day. Another citizen here, just an everyday guy, wanting to communicate a little bit better, try to encourage everybody to get more involved in our government, because I feel that we need it. This thing of elect and forget not working. So all of us, we're going to have to kind of put our noses to the grindstone a little bit here. We're going to have to work at our democracy to make it work for all of us. And one of the main things, there's three basic areas that I think are vitally important to us if we're going to be successful for centuries to come. So one is, at least for a period of time here, we're going to have to be much more involved in our governance. We're going to have to be knowledgeable about the issues and be talking to our representatives and making sure they understand in a passionate way what we think is important. So be more involved. The second one is we need to embrace the truth. So this is the main reason behind the Pro and the Con Show, is to help us all figure out what the real truth is, and how to look for it, and embrace the pro and the con, the good and the bad, the for and against, because the truth is that the truth is complex, and if we're going to have one set of rules, one set of laws that governs us all, which we do have or should have and will have, if those are going to be everything that they need to be, we're going to have to be fully aware of all the issues and the complexities of each issue, so that we come down with the right strategy and laws around the issues. And then lastly, one of the big reasons why we're struggling so much as a society, and a lot of the rules that we have written or the laws that we have, are all because we have failed ourselves as a species. We define success in terms of accumulation of wealth, influence, and power. And this is causing us all kinds of pain and suffering. We need to adopt a different definition of success, and I'm suggesting it's service to the planet and the people on it, and measured by the quantity, quality, and duration of that service. So, getting back to the truth, so we're looking for the who, the what, the where, and the when. And the problem is that depending on the stream of information, notice I purposefully avoided the word news, because it's pretty common, actually, that these news channels that we talk about are not really news. They're a whole lot of commentary, a whole lot of bias, and just only a little bit of the who, the what, the where, and the when. So, we look at, in the show, we look at, because it's convenient, it's something that we can do, and I can show you examples here. It's convenient to look at 5 websites. Now, of course, you could do the same sort of thing with channels on cable television. But I'm again, for the purposes of convenience, I'm looking at 5 different channels of information on the internet. So from rightmost Breitbart to Fox News to NPR, which is mostly centrist as far as I can tell, and then CNN, which is a little bit more left of center, and then Huffington Post, which is one of the more liberal websites. And today I notice I'm looking through some of the information, and Breitbart was the website that got me thinking about this one particular topic, and then to see how each of these 5 websites treat this topic. So Breitbart has their Lead headline is Obama appointed judge blocks construction of Trump's border wall. So why are they identifying this as an Obama appointed judge? Because this is, again, to fuel the emotion. They're trying to get you emotional because a federal judge has decided that they're going to block Trump's redirect. So the Trump administration is redirecting a bunch of funds that Congress did not appropriate for border wall construction, and they're redirecting it. And this one judge is saying, no, you can't do that. So it says, and so I'll read you saw the big headline, the small headline underneath or the caption under the photo. A federal district judge issued a permanent injunction on Friday, blocking construction of President Trump's border wall, holding it is illegal for his administration to spend current funding for that purpose. The Department of Justice will immediately appeal. Okay, so that's Breitbart on the topic of the border wall today. So now I go to Fox News and I'm looking to see how they're treating this particular topic. And I don't see anything here on, I don't see anything here on the wall being blocked by, or spending on the wall being blocked by a federal judge. But there is an article here. So again, Fox News, a conservative-leaning website, talks about, right in the center of this, it says, construction of border wall panels underway in California. So there's nothing about the funding being blocked by a federal district judge. Instead, they talk about the construction of the border wall panels being underway. Okay, and this is something that happens again across these websites. A particular event has happened, and some of the websites, depending on whether it's positive for them or not, or positive for their bias, if you will, they either don't report it, or they report it with this kind of jingo journalism kind of language, or they report something, but it's not the same story that the other channels of information are reporting, and it's all not always, but often it's because they're trying to protect the image, or in the case of Fox News, they're trying to protect the image of Mr. Trump and the Republican Party, because generally that's how the Fox website leans. Generally, not always. Again, but and again, this is. Go and if you watch some of my videos, and I say this over and over again, so focus on the who, the what, the where, and the when, but also if you're going to make sure that whatever channel of information is coming to you isn't biasing your views on this, then you've got to spend a little bit of extra time and look at what the other channels of information are saying, and then you can see the different perspectives that are being offered by these different websites. So I go to NPR. So remember, Breitbart says Obama appointed judge. So now NPR, which is generally kind of a centrist thing, pretty centrist in their bias. It just says federal judge rules against border wall construction with military funds. So, and then the small caption under that, the Trump administration had planned to transfer Defense Department funds intended for anti-drug activities. The judge ruled Friday in a lawsuit against the switch. The lawsuit was filed by the Sierra Club and some other groups. Okay, so you notice the difference in the treatment. And I want to just get through the rest of the headlines here on this particular topic, and then maybe we can look into the details. Okay, so now CNN has this. I had to find it. It wasn't on their main page. It was on their politics page. And this is going to be fairly small, but on the so right here, okay, it says, court blocks federal funds for border wall in parts of California and New Mexico. Okay, now notice that there's no mention of this being an Obama appointed judge. It just says the court. Okay, and we go to Huffington Post, and so then the Huffington Post, their article is right here. Again, see where my finger's pointed here, right here. And it says federal judge blocks billions in military funds for Trump's border wall. So emphasizing, you know, the billions of dollars that are being blocked. So you see the subtleness across these different information channels as they are, you know, using the English language and the choice of what they're doing to step by step try to bias the coverage of, it's the same event. Okay, this is the same exact event that happened. A federal district judge blocked the transfer of these, or blocked the spending of these funds that are attempted to be transferred. And depending on the source of the information that is covering this story, you're getting a different, a markedly different, in fact, which is very common, a markedly different approach to what is being told to you if you are, you know, to only look at this particular or one of the information streams. Okay, so I'm going to just touch on the Huffington Post article here. All right. So in the Huffington Post, it says groundbreaking for the wall was reportedly set to begin on Monday. In a blow to the White House, a federal judge issued a pair of rulings late Friday blocking the Trump administration from using billions of dollars in military funds to construct the southern border wall. Okay, it's an Oakland-based judge, gives the name here. Now I'm looking to see if they ever mention that he was Obama appointed. So let's go through, blah, 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 blah. Sierra Club, Southern Border Communities Coalition, and so on. Da, 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 da. The judge says that the plaintiffs would suffer irreparable harm. Da, 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 da. And here it says there is no immediate comment from Mr. Trump or the Department of Justice. It's okay. So there's, well, we just lost our Facebook Live feed. So I guess we'll go ahead and stop for today. But you get the picture. For those of you that end up watching this on YouTube, on the Otten 2020 channel, you get the picture. And again, strongly encourage you to do this yourselves every single day. Well, unfortunately, we've had a little bit of a technical snafu with Facebook Live. We'll go ahead and finish up for today. So this is Michael James Ott, your host of the Pro and Con Show. Look forward to talking to you again real soon. And until then, bye for now.